Hey guys, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Platinum Trophy Show. This is episode 21 of the Platinum Trophy Show, and this week we're going to be taking a look at all the latest PlayStation news and trophies that released on PSN profiles this week. Specifically, I think we're going to take a good look at Crash Bandicoot for It's About Time's trophy list, as well as some of the big news stories that have popped up this week. Let's dive in and start the show. For those of you that are uninitiated, the Platinum Trophy Show is our weekly PlayStation Trophy show where we look at all the latest new games that have popped up on PSN profiles and we analyze their trophies to see if there's any easy Platinum trophies in there, and we also have a look at all the latest PlayStation news each and every week. If you're a new viewer of the channel and you're not already subscribed to the Platinum Trophy, then please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. We're currently working towards a 10k PS5 subscriber giveaway, so please consider subscribing and contributing to the goal. Now this week is a bit of a holding pattern in terms of games. There hasn't been a ton of new stuff popping up this week. We had a bunch of new trophies pop up on PSN profiles. I'm guessing there's probably going to be more news in the coming weeks as PS5 stuff starts becoming more prevalent, but for the time being we're really kind of limited with the last of the PS4 stuff. This week as well, Crash Bandicoot 4 came out, and that's kind of a big deal for a lot of people. It's a pretty massive game. I would say at least it's probably my most anticipated game this year. I know a lot of you guys have been excited about it too. So there's a lot of Crash stuff which has been happening. Take a look at the Crash trophy list shortly as well. Now, first story I want to talk about today is the story about Fall Guys Season 2. I know a lot of you are still playing Fall Guys Season 2 based on the video views that I'm getting on the channel. So Fall Guys Season 2 will be far more generous with crowns following fan feedback. Now this is interesting. This is an article from Push Square about winning in Fall Guys essentially, which I know has been a point of contention for like 2 months now, with people not being able to win those 5 games in a row, etc, etc. So I'm going to read through this article and then I'll give my thoughts and impressions. So in Fall Guys, even those who never win an episode can get some crowns eventually. As you level up in the game's fame path, you unlock a variety of goodies, and that includes a few crowns for you to spend on some top tier items. And this is kind of how it already exists with the battle pass in the game, or Fame Pass they call it. In Season 1, the Fame Pass progression would not only grant you 3 royal headpieces, but also, unless you've been winning a whole bunch of matches, there's no way you can afford some of the shop's more premium items. As revealed over the game's official Twitter, the progression rewards will include many more crowns in the next seasons following player feedback. And we've got this tweet here from Fall Guys saying, "We've heard you, the fallback loud and clear. Winning crowns in Fall Guys against 59 other bands can sometimes be challenging. For Season 2, we've added over 600% more crowns into the season rewards." So, like, I guess it makes it easier for you to get the W's. Like, it's not really a win per se, but it gives you a crown so you can buy premium items. It doesn't solve the problem in terms of getting more wins, getting 5 games in a row, anything like that. And it's a shame that hasn't been addressed just yet. My guess is that it will happen down the track. Maybe when the audience is waning in the game and they want to try bringing people back to it. That's when I'm guessing they'll probably change some stuff up. But so this kind of acts as a bit of a middle step there. What do you guys actually think about this? I know a few of you are still playing the game. Does this mean anything to you? Do you care anymore? What kind of updates would you have preferred to have seen for Fall Guys? Are you excited for Season 2? Curious to get your thoughts. I'm kind of on the fence. I've played quite a bit of Fall Guys last month through August and September, and I've kind of had my fill. At this point, I feel like I'm kind of done with the game. I'm never going to be able to get the 5 wins in a row trophy, so I'm kind of just happy with that. Like, I'm done now at this point. I feel like I've played enough of it, but I'm curious to get what you guys think of this game and what the longevity of it might actually look like. Now, this is a weird one. So Spider-Man has been recast again. Spider-Man has like a notorious history of recasting in the cinematic universe. Now, it's unusual that they would recast Spider-Man in a video game, but believe it or not, Spider-Man has been recast in the PS4 Spider-Man game, and the face of Spider-Man has been completely changed to a completely new actor. So a new mocap has been done, a new actor is now playing this role, and people are pretty upset. People are saying, well, this is not the same guy that was Spider-Man on PS4. So this is now going to be Peter Parker on PS5. So now you're going to have a new Peter Parker on PS5. Essentially, like, if I'm being too cryptic here, they changed the actor who plays Spider-Man on the PS4 version, from the PS4 version of the Spider-Man game to the PS5 version of the Spider-Man game. So the remastered version, or the re-released PS5 version of the game, will have a brand new actor playing Peter Parker, and that's the enhanced version of the game. I guess more the optimal version of the game at this point. People are annoyed because they're saying this isn't the same Spider-Man that we played when we played the game, and they do look quite different as well. I personally am not super offended by this. I didn't have an affinity to Spider-Man PS4 like I know a lot of people do though. I enjoyed the game fine, it was good, but I can't go out on a limb saying like I loved it, like this was like the best game I've ever played, because it just wasn't. People seem very unhappy about this. I guess It doesn't impact the PS4 version of the game, so you still have that one kind of intact if you want to keep that memory of it, I suppose. I always say when they change an actor up for something that you should really give them the benefit of the doubt and see what performance they give before you kind of judge it just based on looks. Even in the cinematic universe, we take Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. They all portrayed Spider-Man in very different ways. They're all different age groups. They all played Spider-Man in different times of his life almost. I think they all did really good jobs of it, even though they kind of all did a different take on Spider-Man. They weren't the same. Peter Parker. So I know I'd say same situation here, give them the benefit of the doubt. But I do know that Marvel Studios and Insomniac have been both catching a ton of flack for this one. Again, let me know what you guys think. Is this something that bothers you per se? Or is this something that you're not that fussed about? I'm curious to get your thoughts on this as well. And the last thing I wanted to do was show off we've got a trailer here. We'll just skip ahead a little bit. For the brand new Call of Duty Zombies in Cold War, which is the new Call of Duty game. This is cool looking, man. I enjoy zombies normally, and they've changed stuff up here a little bit. Zombies is like a weird love-hate relationship where I enjoy playing it and it's fun, but it gets really hard and frustrating really quickly as well. This appears like they've redone the mode a little bit, and it does look really neat and funky, but I imagine it's going to be super, super challenging and hard as well. It does look quite scary as well, to be fair. They've made it look way more freaky than zombies traditionally looks. Especially going away from some of the more like wacky versions of zombies. This seems to be slightly more grounded than some of those, but I guess time will tell when the game actually launches. But the trailer for the zombies trailer has come out. If you want to see the full trailer for that, you can go check that out on YouTube as well. Highly recommend it. It's actually a pretty neat trailer. Now, there's one other thing I did want to talk about. As I was recording this, I noticed there were some leaked images of the PlayStation 5 startup UI, as well as the faceplates being taken off the PS5, and also a black DualSense controller. So there's a bunch of leaks and things happening for PS5 at the moment. I was going to record a segment on that, but I don't want to include anything in the video just in case it gets taken down for whatever reason, because these aren't supposed to be out there yet. So I'm not going to probably go into that in too much detail just yet. We'll obviously have more information in the coming weeks about the PS5 UI, faceplates, things like that. We're only like 6 weeks out from the console being in our hands anyway. So I'll talk about it more as we get more information, but I don't want a video to get taken down because I'm leaking information or because Sony isn't ready to share that yet. So that's why it's not going to be included in here. But I thought I would acknowledge that I've seen it. It's a thing. I guess we know the startup screen now. People seem to be really excited about that. Really quickly, before we get on to the trophies that came out this week, I just want to remind everyone about Mad Max. The servers for Mad Max are turning off on the 31st of October this year. So you've got 1 month from now to play through the first part of Mad Max to get those scrap trophies. They're not really online trophies, but they do require connectivity to an online server. It's a stupid thing, but if you're wanting the Mad Max Platinum, go and get those, otherwise they'll be completely unobtainable. If you haven't played the game yet, you have to play about an hour of the game to get to the point you need to get to unlock the scrap missions, or the scrapyard missions, or whatever they are, and then they'll just unlock automatically every time you log back into the game. I'd recommend doing it, especially if you've got any like inkling of going for this trophy in the future. Just go and get it out of the way now. It will only take you an hour, and it means you won't be locked out of those trophies. So that's just a bit of a PCA for Mad Max. Okay, so trophies on PSN this week. There's this game here called Stormbreaker, a Swordbreaker. This has got 4 stacks. This actually came out on the PlayStation Store about a week or 2 ago, but it's only just popped up on PSN profiles. It's like a choose your own adventure game, so you don't play, you pick choices between like choice 1 and 2. So kind of like a visual novel, but formatted very differently. Very easy platinum though. You can do this one in like, I think less than an hour if you follow a guide, and it's got a ton of trophies. This is a weird one because you've got 55 bronze, 1 silver, 2 golds, and 1 platinum, which is kind of the reverse of what a Rattleaker is. This one here is giving you a ton of trophies. So if you're after a lot of trophies, like literally 59 trophies, this is going to be a really quick and easy platinum trophy to get with a bunch of them in there. So could be worth your time if you're after that, something like that. We also had Monster Truck Champions trophies go live. This here popped up on the Xbox One about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I tweeted out that if this game was to come to PS4, it'd be an easy platinum. Looks like it is coming to PS4 as an easy platinum. The Monster Truck games, like this is a different one. This isn't the same as the Monster Jam Monster Truck games that have come out previously, but it does look to be super easy. The golds are like win all career events, win an event without taking damage, win 5 events in a row, 10,000 points and 10,000 score by performing a bicycle. So there's nothing in here that I find too egregious. There's nothing here that says anything about online, so I'd say that this game's going to be an easy platinum when it finally launches. It says it's coming out in the middle of this month. Probably check this one out because I do like these kind of games. I used to play this game on PS1 called Monster Trucks. I think it was called Monster Trucks. And ever since then, I've really just liked Monster Trucks. I don't know why. It's a weird thing, right? But yeah, so this is coming. I thought I'd mention this one's worth mentioning. Now, Feather is another really easy platinum. This has got a completely gold trophy list, 11 golds and 1 platinum trophy. Another really quick, straightforward and easy platinum. You can see here all the 100%, all the trophy hunters have gone for this one. How many people? 238 have played the game and 226 have platinumed the game. This one here, you play as a bird and you just have to basically fly around and complete these different tasks. It's really straightforward. Again, another fast, easy platinum if you're into that. Probably going to take you about less than half an hour, I would say, to knock this one out. I'd like to have a guide and roadmap up on the channel for this one, but given how busy everything is at the moment, it's just so hard to be slotting in new trophy guides and roadmaps. There's so much content coming out in the channel these days. I'm having a hard time keeping up with it all, so there's that as well. Even with daily uploads, I still don't have enough time to slot everything in that I want to slot in. Actually, this is a bit of a peek behind the curtain halfway through this. I have a whiteboard of stuff of like the videos that are going to be coming out each week, and like this week I think I had 15 videos on there that needed to come out over 7 days, and I was just like, this is just ridiculous. I have to cut back. I have a problem. It's too many videos. Alright, the last two is Crash and Star Wars. Let's have a look at Star Wars first. I haven't really had a decent look at this trophy list. 48 trophies, 2 golds and 9 silvers, and we're going to have a look at those, I think, specifically. Honestly, I'm not really into these games. I'm not a huge, I didn't have an affinity to these games back in the day either, so it doesn't mean a huge amount to me. I know a lot of people are excited for it. The only thing I'll say is the game's been out for 2 days and no one has any of these trophies yet. So that would be an indication that either not many people are playing it or that the trophies are more difficult than not. So the golds are for destroying 1,000 starfighters in dogfight matches. Now that sounds time consuming and grindy. I haven't played the game, so I don't know per se, but I would say it's grindy. And completing the campaign in ace difficulty, which is probably the hardest. Again, probably challenging. Reaching pilot level 40, 250 starfighters killed in dogfight matches, earning medals on any difficulty, earning medals in story missions. See, those don't sound too bad. The dogfighting one is grindy, and the level 40 one is probably grindy as well. Dealt the final blow on enemy's flagship, that doesn't sound too bad. Destroying 10 starfighters. Acquired 50 components, that's probably upgrades, and then complete the campaign on veteran, which a few people have done, as you can see here. But again, does look to be probably a grindy trophy list. I guess the kind of person who would play this game, though, probably is okay with that, because they're after a way to play through a Star Wars campaign that's focused on ship combat. They want to upgrade their ship, they want to work on killing different enemies, completing missions in different ways, things like that. So I think probably works for the kind of person that they're going for this game. So that's my 2 cents on that one. Crash is the other game I want to talk about. This is the last game I want to talk about today. This one's a hard platinum. I'm partway through making a trophy guide and roadmap for this one as well. I think I have everything I need between me and a couple of other people who are playing the game. And this is going to be a really hard platinum. I'm saying like one of the hardest platinums that's come out this year. I'm probably giving it like a 9 out of 10 in terms of overall difficulty. I think that's my score. And it's because of a couple of trophies. So there's a few things here. This is story related. This one here for watching the 106% bonus ending. That's for doing everything in the game plus some. It's not even these. It's the gold trophies aren't actually what I'm concerned about. The main thing that I'm concerned about in this one that I think is going to make this hard is earning all the platinum time trial relics. Now, this isn't just earning relics like the previous games or gold relics like the previous games. This is earning the platinum relic, which is the hardest time you can get a relic on in a game. So this makes it so much more challenging and difficult. It means that a casual Crash player absolutely won't be able to platinum this game because they require almost perfect runs of the game, near perfect precision. So because of that trophy alone, I'm bumping my score up to like a 9 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. I would say, yeah, there's that. The other thing as well, and no one's really aware of it, is that you need to get 106% completion. And we don't actually know what's involved with that yet. So that one is probably the thing I'm a little bit iffy on. I want to know exactly what that means before I can pull the trigger on a guide or anything like that. But 106% could mean that there's additional, more difficult stuff. I'm leaning that it's not, purely because we have someone who's managed to achieve it, as you can see here, yet they haven't achieved the relics, which means that potentially you can earn that without getting platinum relics. Maybe you just need gold relics to work towards your percentage. I'm not sure though. Or it could be as simple as platinum relics count towards 106% and gold relics count towards the 100%, because there's 2 separate trophies for that. Although now I'm seeing this, no one has the overachiever trophy, but someone has the overachiever trophy. Actually, it's saying now no one does on here. So I have no idea what's going on. Maybe this is glitched. Anyway, this will be probably another day or so before I can get everything in order to release this one. I just want to make sure I know everything required before I go ahead with the guide. And I'm about 99% there, so we should be okay in terms of releasing the guide. But it's going to be a hard platinum trophy either way. The game is super fun though. If you are into Crash or platformers or anything like that, check this one out. This has been probably my favorite game I've played in 2020 so far. Pretty big deal. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it and I highly recommend it. Anyway, that is all from me. I know it's a little bit of a shorter episode this week. We didn't have a ton of news though, and there wasn't much trophy stuff that I really wanted to talk about. A lot of it was kind of meh games that popped up, so that's kind of what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Let me know if you guys are playing any of these games this week. Are you checking out Crash? I'm really curious to get your thoughts on what you think of the new Crash game, if you've played it as well. I did a 7-hour live stream playing through the whole game over on Twitch. You can watch the VOD of that over on twitch.tv/tptjosh. It's up there now if you want to go check it out. If you haven't come and followed me over on Twitch, I don't know what you're waiting for. Come over and follow me on Twitch. Come and hang out. Come and have a chat. Come and throw some bits in the chat. Make me smile. And we have a good time over there. That's all from me. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of the Platinum Trophy Show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye for now.